Dale Harris. I'm Joanne Mjadzelics, solicitor, and I'm going to read a statement on her behalf, and I wish to make a statement herself thereafter. Today, after a lengthy deliberation, a jury of 11 members reached a true verdict according to the evidence. The jury confirmed that Joanne Mjadzelics had a legitimate reason for her actions and rejected any notion that she was complicit in her dealings with Ian Watkins. This was a spiteful prosecution of a woman who, over a 4-year period, single-handedly and doggedly pursued a campaign to force the sleeping authorities to wake up to the reality of the appalling crimes against children she feared Ian Watkins was committing. In December 2008, Ms Mjadzelics first reported Watkins to both South Wales Police and to Pontypridd Social Services Department. But following a superficial and inadequate investigation, instead of taking her claims seriously, the police rejected them and dismissed her allegations as those of a disgruntled ex-partner with mental health issues. The initial flawed inquiry infected every subsequent report she made to the police. Like some Orwellian nightmare, truth about Watkins suddenly became lies, while unsubstantiated rumour about her became fact. When she unearthed new evidence of abuse by Watkins and reported him again, the new inquiry was undermined by the lies which fated the original investigation. Time and again she reported him, and time and again she was ignored. Even when she sent a letter to a member of the Watkins family in an attempt to protect one particular child from harm, instead of seeing Watkins for the paedophile he really was, quite astonishingly, it was Joanne Mjadzelics who the police threatened to arrest for harassment if she dared to make contact with them again. She decided to play Watkins at his own game. He eventually fell for it, and when Watkins sent her child abuse images, she reported him again. This time she went to the top, to the Chief Constable of South Wales. However, her email in fact reached the wider audience of the Association of Chief Police Officers at general email account. It was in fact Miss Mjadzelics who tracked down the 2 women who delivered their own babies for Watkins to abuse. Both the identities and whereabouts of the women were handed on a plate to the authorities, who were blissfully unaware of their involvement. As the court heard, in private, the police thanked her for bringing Watkins and his accomplices to justice. In public, however, they shunned her, and instead they prosecuted her for the effort she made to ensnare him. As we know, Watkins is serving a 35-year extended sentence of imprisonment for the most serious sexual offences against children. His 2 female abusers received sentences of 14 and 17 years for abusing their own babies. There have been many who, ignorant of the facts, have been quick to rush to judgment about Miss Mjadzelics. And despite press reports to the contrary, at no stage did she send to Watkins images depicting child abuse. We thank the jury for its patience and its careful consideration of the disturbing evidence they had to endure in this case. And let us not forget that there is an ongoing investigation by the Independent Police Complaints Commission into the alleged misconduct on the part of a number of police officers across several fraught areas. It is hoped that the focus of public attention will now rightly shift to the actions and inactions of the authorities in response to the reports made to them by Ms Mjadzelics, and it will be for others to judge whether children could have been spared the horrific abuse to which they were undoubtedly subjected had the police taken seriously the concerns of Miss Mjadzelics some 6 years ago. Thank you very much. I think Miss Mjadzelics would like to say a few words of her own.
First of all, I'd like to thank Michael Wolkite for looking after me, taking on this case and seeing the truth from the very beginning, believing in me. I'd like to thank Dale Harris as well. There's no one else to thank really, because no one else has helped me. It's been me against the world really, me protecting the kids when everyone else called me a liar, a psycho, everything else, lie after lie, mainly coming from the police. And as Dale said, let's just see how many kids could have been saved if they